Growing up, I always knew my older sister, Claire 35F, was the golden child. It wasn't just in the way our parents treated her, it was in everything. If Claire wanted something, she got it. If she caused a problem, someone else took the blame. She could cry on command, twist any situation in her favor, and somehow make herself the victim in every story. It didn't matter what she did. Our parents always had an excuse for her behavior. I spent years watching her manipulate people, but I learned early on that calling her out never worked. It only made me look jealous or overly sensitive. So I stopped trying. I focused on building my own life, got through college, and met my husband, Jake 34M. He was everything Claire wasn't: kind, steady, and honest. I thought that marrying him would mean finally having a family that wasn't built on favoritism. I was wrong. From the moment I introduced Jake to my mother-in-law, Linda, she made it painfully clear that she preferred Claire over me. "She's so charming," Linda would say after any family gathering. "She has such a great energy. She really knows how to work a room." It was always about Claire. My own mother-in-law talked about her like she was the real catch, like maybe Jake had married the wrong sister. She even joked once that if he had met Claire first, things would have gone differently. At first, I ignored it. I told myself it was just an innocent comment. But then Linda started inviting Claire to events without telling me. She invited Claire to our engagement party. Fine, whatever. She invited Claire to our bridal shower. A little weird, but okay. Then, without asking me, she made Claire a bridesmaid at my own wedding. I found out at the rehearsal dinner. I showed up, expecting to go over the ceremony, only to find Claire standing in the lineup with the other bridesmaids, smiling like she belonged there. Linda had taken it upon herself to fix my wedding party by adding Claire in at the last minute. The next day, Claire showed up in a dress that was barely a shade off from white. She spent the whole night making snide comments, acting like she and Jake had some secret history. You know, she'd say with a smirk, "Jake and I actually used to hang out a lot back in the day." That never happened. She and Jake had met a handful of times, always in group settings, and they barely spoke. But she said it just often enough, in just the right tone, to make people wonder. After the wedding, it only got worse. Linda started inviting Claire over to our house without telling me. I'd come home from work expecting a quiet evening, only to find Claire sitting in my kitchen, drinking wine with my mother-in-law like she lived there. If I said anything, Linda would act confused. "Oh, I thought you'd be happy to have her here. Family should come first, right?" When Claire needed money, she went straight to Linda, who then came to me. "She's going through a hard time," Linda would say. "Can't you just help her out a little? Your family?" I refused. But that didn't stop Claire from taking advantage of Linda. She borrowed money constantly, made big promises to pay it back, and then shockingly, never did. I finally snapped when Linda started insisting that Claire should come on a family vacation instead of me. That's when I realized this wasn't going to stop. Claire had wormed her way into my marriage, into my home, into my mother-in-law's good graces. No matter what I did, Linda always took her side. Then, Claire crossed a line I couldn't ignore. When my son was born, Linda started talking about godparents. I assumed it would be a discussion between me and Jake, but instead, I found out after the fact that Linda had already made the decision for us. She had invited Claire to be my son's godmother, without asking me. That was it. I told Linda, point blank, that if she kept choosing Claire over me, there would be consequences. She didn't listen. She doubled down. "She's like a daughter to me," Linda said, like that made it okay. That's when I decided, if my mother-in-law thought Claire was such a perfect choice, then she could have her. I wasn't going to fight anymore. I was going to step back.